Hello, good morning. How are you today? This is teacher Paula Grajales with you. Hi, 6th graders. Today we are going to keep working on the different systems, our human system, and today we are going to identify the main parts of the excretory system and describe the function of its main parts. So let's start with our vocabulary today. Let's read excretory system, ureter, bladder, kidneys, urethra, weights, and urine. Okay, let's try once again. Excretory system, ureter, bladder, kidneys, urethra, weights, and urine. What is the excretory system? The excretory system is a passive biological system that removes the excess of unnecessary materials from the body fluids in order to prevent damage to the body. So what are the main functions of the excretory system? Number 1, it gets rid of wastes. Number 2, eliminate useless materials excreted from cells. Filter harmful chemical buildups, and maintain a steady balanced chemical concentration in the body. So we have 4 main functions that the excretory system is going to perform. But what are the parts of the excretory system? The excretory system has 4 different main parts. So we have, for example, the kidneys, bladder, the ureter, and the urethra. How many kidneys do you have? We have 2 different kidneys, one on the right and the other on the left, like it shows in the picture. In the same way, we have 2 ureters that they are like tube organs. We have bladder that is like a sac that contains the urine, and the urethra that is at the end. Okay? So the parts of the excretory system, let's review the kidneys, ureters, the bladder, and the urethra. So let's review what are the steps in the excretion process. Let's start with the number 1. The number 1 is the filtration. Filter substances from the blood. The second is the reabsorption. Take back the good stuff into the blood again by retaining the proper amount of water, salt, and nutrients. In the number 3, we have secretion. Add any other extra toxins or other wastes that didn't make it during the first time. And at the end is the excretion, which is the elimination of waste in form of urine. In the diagram, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, just to show you the way it works. Remember, filtration occurs in that part of the excretory system. Okay? As it explains, the blood is filtered by the kidneys. In reabsorption, remember the kidneys separate the good stuff from the ones that you are not using, the waste, and one goes to the blood and the other go back to the waste in the kidneys. And in the number 3, the secretion at any other extra toxin. It happens in that part as it shows. And at the end, everything that the body is not going to use is gonna be waste eliminated through the urethra. So what is the urine? Urine is a liquid waste produced by the kidneys as a result of the excretory metabolism in humans and many other animals. Urine flows from the kidney through the ureters to the urinary bladder. Urination results when the urine is excreted out of the body through the urethra. This is the urine. Something very important we have to pay attention is the color and the odor of the urine. If you see that it is dark, it means that you need to visit the doctor. If you consider that the odor of the urine is strong, you have to let your parents know about it because you need to make an examination and visit the doctor. In that picture, I want to show you the way your bladder looks when it's empty and when it's full. Okay, it's very urgent and necessary that when you want to make pee, you want to urinate, you do it. Because remember that this stores the amount of urine and then you have to go and keep it empty. Okay, and the process starts all over again. So here I have a chart that I would like you help me to complete. I'm going to give you description and function, and you have to let me know what is the name of the organ that belongs to the function and what is the shape of the organ. In order to help you to analyze, I have a word bank, ureter, bladder, and kidneys, just for you to remember our new vocabulary. And I also have 3 different pictures of the 3 different organs. Here I have it. The 2 tubes, remember? Then we have, I am not going to say the name because you need to try to remember what is the name of these organs. Okay, let's start. 2 being shaped, and also the function is to filter wastes from the blood. Wastes include extra water, urea, salt in your body. So what is the organ that filters all of the wastes in your body? Do you remember the name? Ureter, bladder, kidneys? The kidneys. Do you remember how many kidneys do you have? 2. We have 2. One on the right and the other on the left. What is the picture? That's the picture. And the description said that it's 2 being shaped. They look like beans, you see? Okay, let's continue. 2 being 2 thin tubes take urine from the kidneys to the bladder. Oh, they transport the urine outside of your body. So what? From the kidneys to the bladder. The ureter. How many ureters do you have? We have 2. 1 per each kidney. Good. It says that take urine from the kidney to the bladder. So yes, that's the correct answer, the ureters. And the last one, it is a sac, stores the urine until it's time to urinate. So it's similar to the stomach. Do you remember when we were talking about the digestive system? It stores the food. And the difference with this organ, that this organ, the bladder, stores the urine until you are able to get a bathroom and then you urinate. Okay, just to know a little more about urethra, let's review. This is your internal excretory system. The 2 kidneys, and then we have the urethra, the bladder, a small tube that carries urine from the bladder. This is the bladder out of the body. In here, we have the bladder. From the bladder to outside, we have another organ that is able to get the urine outside. So this is the urethra, okay? It's 2 different things. Let's continue, guys. Could you please help me to label the different parts of the excretory system? This is my picture, and I have the word bank here. Urethra, kidneys, urethra, and bladder, okay? So we have the kidneys, ureter, we have the bladder, and urethra. So now let's match the function. Here we have one more time 4 different organs that we have to place according to the content of the second column. What are the functions? For example, I have to filter wastes from the blood, to transport urine from the kidneys to the bladder, to store the urine, and to excrete the urine. 4 different functions versus 4 different organs. Let's start. To filter the waste from the blood. So let's find, oh, see, you see, ureter, to transport urine from the kidneys to the bladder. Okay, we have to continue with the number 2, urethra. What is the function? Is to filter wastes, or to store the urine, or to excrete urine? Yes, it's to excrete the urine. It means that get the urine outside of your body. And continue with the number 3, to filter the wastes from the blood. We have the kidneys. Remember the main function of the kidneys, to filter the blood, okay? We have bladder is to store the urine. So let's practice now writing the correct form of the verb. Remember, we were talking about the simple present tense and what happened with verbs when we are working with the third person singular. This time, we are going to write sentences related to our topic, the excretory system. I have the verb filter, excrete, store, carry, and remove, okay? Number 1, the kidney filters waste from the blood. Okay, number 2, the urethra, what is correct to say? Excrete or excretes? Excretes, very good. The bladder, store or stores? Stores. The urine, carry or carries? Excellent, carries waste out of the body. And the excretory system, remove, with final S, remove the excess of unnecessary material from the body fluids. In that way, we have filters, excretes, stores, carries, and remove. Did you know what? We have found some interesting tips about the excretory system. And the first one says, each kidney has about 1 million filtering units called nephrons. Did you know that? 1 million. This is what you have in your body. Your body is a perfect machine. And the second fact says, your kidneys filter liquid waste from your blood. The blood in your body passes through your kidneys about 400 times every day. Can you imagine? 400 times your blood are working together with the kidneys. Okay, every 45 minutes, your whole blood supply passes through your kidneys. Can you imagine that? And the other fact we have found is roughly 4 gallons of blood in women and 48 gallons of blood in men are filtered each day. Wow, too much blood, right? You are able to survive with only one of the kidneys. Very important facts that we have. We have to take care of them. Remember, drinking plenty water, at least 8 glasses of water that you need to drink for having your kidneys healthy. Okay, let's continue, guys. In time for creation, we have brought 2 different ways to make your own kidneys using materials that are in your house. For example, manila paper here. This is rubber. It's a kind of cardboard, different kind of paper and different colors, just to identify the different organs. I have another one. Look at this. It's very cute. This is like a plastic bag simulating the bladder. We have 2 straws simulating that we have here the ureters and urethra and the 2 kidneys made with sponge. 2 sticks, they color the stick of different colors just to identify the different arteries that are connected to the kidneys. Okay, guys, so this is time to listen to Giancarlo Rios. Remember, we were celebrating the English week. So Juan Carlos is going to make his presentation for the English week. Remember, the lesson was developing values and tourism as we celebrate Panama's bicentennial. So let's listen to him.
Good morning, Teacher Paula. My name is Giancarlo Rios. I represent 6th grade A. Developing values and tourism as we celebrate Panama's bicentennial. Panama joined Simón Bolívar's dream of a unified American territory from Mexico. The Estrella property, archaeological site, and history center of Panama City has two components, the archaeological site of Old Panama and the history center of Panama City. On the human development index, Panama ranked 60 in 2015. Tourism in Panama has maintained its growth over the past 5 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Giancarlo. It was amazing. Very good. Congratulations. Great job. And thank you to the teacher who support the student. Thank you so much, teacher Daira. So let's continue. Remember what is important. We have to keep in mind, dear students, if you want to avoid the COVID-19, what do you have to do? What you must do? You must, number one, wash your hands with water and soap. Keep your social distancing of 2 meters. Sanitize your hands. Wear a face mask. And if it is possible, stay at home. Okay, guys, remember, keep practicing, keep working, practice the vocabulary, do your art craft, and let me know in Teacher Paula _Conéctate. Thank you so much to Mrs. Daira Creighton. She is our National Directory of Foreign Language Teaching. And thank you so much to the special sponsor who made this beautiful project possible. Thank you to all of you, and I see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.